This will be a day of fun, a day of struggle, a day of poetry, and perhaps a day they will remember forever. Because every day is a new experience at the Academy. The Academy, brought to you by Nescafe.
Stick Nescafe Classic, a genuine pleasure to share with your friends. Stick Nescafe Classic. Enjoy it whenever, wherever, and however you want it. Nescafe, taste the coffee side of life.
On the previous episode of The Academy, the Dean introduced the students to Wole Soyinka's play, Death and the King's Horseman, the text that would be the subject of many of the first week's exercises.
We decided to use Death and the King's Horseman as one of the texts because Wole Soyinka is also another difficult writer.
For the quotation, is it ending there? That was the question. Over.
Okay.
Indeed, the students did find the words a bit difficult, but that wasn't the most difficult part of the day.
We are here to learn. If you are here to learn, stay. If not, the door is over there. Anybody want to go?
Everyone opted to stay. And the rest of the day was filled with lessons about projection, listening, discipline, and defining what it is to be a role model.
I thought it was just like you go up there, become a star, and then everybody emulates you. I never knew there was a responsibility behind it until this discussion.
I have to be disciplined to portray out that trust.
Learning these things together seemed to help the students to bond as a group that one day might become a team committed to changing their society for the better.
All right, now you have the ball. Don't drop the ball. The rules of the game are, you must continue as if it is one speaker. All right? If you don't remember a line, give it to the next person. They must not repeat what you just said. They must continue from wherever the last speaker left off, and the ball must keep flowing. Take that sheet of paper away. This is not the time to learn it. The time to learn it was last night. Okay? All right.
You are waiting for dawn, white man.
I hear you said to yourself, only so many hours until the dawn has come.
All I must do is to keep him alive tonight.
But you don't quite understand it all.
While in some ways this game is fun, it is actually an exercise in responsibility, a reminder of the need to prepare well for the good of everyone.
They were trying to memorize Soyinka. They were trying to do it in one night, and they had these long monologues. And so I thought that it was best if they shared the responsibility, if you like, of the piece. So everyone who had the same monologue, I placed them together and asked them to allow it flow as if it was one voice.
When he comes down from the tree, if you get lost, my dog will find you.
My memory fails me, but I think you gave me a reply.
I was, number one, trying to teach them about what dialogue would be like once they got there, because actually dialogue is like that. You breathe when the other person is speaking.
If you had followed the time, we would have not said the dog.
Pass it on if you don't have it.
We got a dog.
Don't repeat. Go on.
The dog went beyond and left the master behind. The buffalo, the hunter,
Then, already my feet.
Ah, you're repeating. No. All right, let's stop. Thank you. All right. Come into the fuller circle. Create a circle here, sit down. I want this group in the center. Everybody else sit around them in a tight circle. Fast!
You have betrayed us. We fed you with sweet meat such as we hoped awaited you at the other side.
But you said I must eat the leftovers of the world. You said you had...
You said you are the hunter who brings down the quarry. And the praise belongs to you. And to you belong the vital portions of the game.
Faster!
Because you said, I shall be the hunter's dog and eat from the entails of the hunter.
Then I want to blame you for the sapping of my name.
Faster! No, give it back to Asukwa. He hasn't said a word yet. Yes? Start it from the beginning.
My young bride.
Go on, faster. No, I didn't say pass it on. I said go on and faster. Leave it with Asukwa till he gets it. All right, focus.
My young bride.
Everybody clap for them. Clap for the pace. Woo! Keep that pace. Go on, my young bride. Yes, again, start again.
My young bride.
Yes.
Did you hear the ghostly one?
You sit and sob in your silent heart, but say nothing to all this.
Start again from the top.
My young bride.
Faster.
Did you hear the ghostly one?
Go on. Keep the ball. Did you hear the ghostly one?
You sit and sob. But
On your hearing, and still did not say anything about all this.
I blame the white man.
Think.
I was teaching them how to play as a group and to keep their concentration, to keep listening to each other so that you don't drop out just because you're not the one speaking.
All right. Okay, sit down.
Oh, man.
oh,
Yes, exactly. All right, good. Well done. Not as smooth as it could be, but well done.
If pass the ball was a lesson in the use of energy, the exercise that followed was a bit different. No, it is not a mantra, nor is it a prayer of any kind. It is the sound of pain, joy, fear. It is the sound of self, the inner place from which characters will one day emerge to be seen by audiences. This is the magic of acting.
And relax. Real fear. And relax. How did it make you feel? What parts of your body were tense? What did you feel? Just relax and continue to breathe. Allow the breath into your body and to be released from between your lips, very gently. And when you're ready, when you feel you're ready to sit up, you can sit up.
Okay. All right, let's make a fuller circle and let's talk.
During the joy part, I had colorful images in my head. Colorful images in my head. Yeah. You know, the time we said we should direct our breath to our head. And then we made a joy sound. I just kind of felt colorful images in my head.
The parts where we're supposed to breathe, to direct the breath into our head, I felt like I was standing on my head. I was so dizzy. Then everything was kind of going blank and all that.
Confusion.
And then the parts where we're supposed to shout in fear, my heartbeat started racing. I started having headache.
Yes. Okay. Huh. All right.
When you said we should inhale, I was falling asleep somehow.
You were falling asleep? Yeah. Well, if that's all that happened to you, that's not a bad thing. To relax is a good thing.
The anger part, I think I really felt it because I felt some pains here down to my feet. In fact, I had to react through the...
Yes, I saw you scratching up your toes.
I was really, I felt it here.
Yes.
Then the joy part, I just felt a sensation in my heart here.
Yes,
That's just
in your chest region.
Yeah, chest region. And the fear part was in my... felt just something like so.
Okay. All right. Yes, Abiodun.
I didn't really see anything new about this. It's an everyday thing. We all sleep laying on our back, you know. Some people snore. So it's just like as if it's a normal thing, an everyday thing that happens almost every day. So the only thing I just felt was a bit contraction within the ribs and the energy coming out from the inner belly. That's all.
Felt something, that's good. If you didn't, that's good. Okay? But as an actor, we do need to try to open ourselves a little bit to experiences that we've never had before. Okay? So that's all. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Time up.
I'm waiting for it to happen again before I probably go and tell the person. This time I'm going to be very calm about it. Again, I learned something very vital yesterday. Discipline, responsibility, and listening skill. Sometimes I have the bad habit of interrupting when someone talks, when I think the person is not making sense. But with what I learned yesterday, I am going to try and apply it and listen to you even if you're talking gibberish. Then much later, I will... Taiwo, we'll start again.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Yu, and I've been living in this country. I'm going right up into my head. It's a character choice. It's something I could do and then come back into my regular voice, which is mainly chest voice. Most of us use our chest voice most of the time. Or I could go very, very deep and go very deep like this and, you know, be very suggestive that my voice could be very low. So I'd like for us to do that, to switch. As you're doing the monologue, go from your head voice to your middle voice to your lower range and see if it does anything at all to you. I'd like for you to be always and constantly in motion, okay? And I will clap my hands for you to change. You can choose where you start in your range. You can choose whether it's lower, middle, or high voice, all right? So start to move, and I will clap to change you, all right? Start your monologue. Just to yourself. Go around, just move randomly in the space. I should be hearing screeching sounds and deep, deep tones.
More, faster, faster, faster.
All this.
Faster, faster, faster. And change. All right, stop, 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 stop. Shh. I sense cheating in the air. All right, everybody stand apart. Go back into the circle. Eunice, stay in the circle. All right. Now start your monologue in any one of the 3 ranges that you want, and then I will now clap my hands to change you. All right? Deep, where you started before.
Oh, Sanoba, I called this name just but once. What? Oh.
No, 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 no. Too slow, too slow, too slow. Change, 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 change like that. Start from the very deep first, yes?
Hey, Sanoba.
No, let's your bar.
Oh, Sanoba.
Let's your bar.
Let's your bar.
Let's your bar.
Let's your bar.
Let's your
bar.
Let's your bar. Go on.
All this time but one.
Yeah, go on.
One.
Go on.
I can't
My young bride, you sit, did you hear the ghostly one? You sit and sob in the you sit.
My young bride, you sit.
You're too slow.
I'm a white man. I don't blame you. I blame the
Chase him.
gods.
Chase him around. Chase him around.
I blame the white man.
Chase him.
I blame the gods.
Chase him.
Threaten me, and I blame you.
Change.
I blame the white man.
Hi.
I blame the girl.
Chase him. Chase him.
I blame the white man.
Chase him. Chase him. Join in and chase him.
I blame only the white man.
Did you hear the ghostly one? What's the seat?
Change.
We have such a way here. We said go to heal from other side of the bed. But hey, you are the hunter.
You're waiting for the door, no white man. You are waiting for the door.
Yes. Change.
I want to blame the white man. Then I blame my gods for disaster me.
My young bride, did you hear the ghostly one?
I'm sorry, the silent part. Was saying nothing to all the
Your deepest voice.
My young bride.
You have betrayed us.
Much
You said you shall.
You have betrayed us! We know you with sweet meat! And you said you were eating once like...
At times, it seemed like madness or aimless fun. But in terms of the curriculum, it was totally necessary.
I had a very short time, so I had to smash a lot of things together. And that was because someone like Amaka, for example,
I said, if you cannot come, tell my...
She came in a very high-pitched voice that was so high, and her piece was marred by that.
You are waiting for the dawn, all right, man.
Boye as well, for a young man, he has a very high-pitched voice. So I was trying to get them to experiment with different parts of their voice so that they would not become married to feeling that you have to perform in, for example, Gbenga has very deep tones and that he would always be there.
No white man.
No, you can go higher.
You say it.
You're waiting for the dawn, no white man! I can hear you say it!
And it can serve you. And you can go lower. And Amaka took it to heart. And it changed the quality of all the rest of her performances. She was never really shrill again after that.
Stole my horse!
Stole my horse!
Ah, you have betrayed us! We fed you with sweet meat such as we have not waited you on the other side! We fed you with sweet meat such as we have not waited you on the other side! You said you should...
I shall put your all at ease, ghostly one. It is not only a moment of the night.
You sit and sob.
My young bride! Did you see the ghostly one?
Oh, I just forgot it.
We're just doing something external and technical to try to reach something internal. okay? We're just trying to, through something physical, touch something emotional.
Today I want to try and do something very interesting. Your first test is coming up. It's Friday and Saturday. I want to prepare you to be successful in that competition. You wanted to learn something new. You're going to learn a whole bunch of new things, but you can't forget the things that we've learned. You can't forget the things that the dean has been teaching you and the things that we've worked on. I have 6 hours to actually turn you into 4 fully functional production units. Because on Friday and Saturday, you will go out and you will produce, direct, shoot, act in, manage, and tell these camera people and audio people what to do. And you will then produce on camera scenes. And then you will watch those scenes and you will be judged on that work. You will be judged in many ways on how you work together. The final product, of course, the quality of it, the quality of the acting, what we see, how you work together, how you solved problems, all of the things we've been talking about, okay?
In a way, each of the students knew that it was coming. The competition would soon become obvious. They were learning to work as a team, but even that was a skill in which they would soon be tested. Each day's lesson would be followed by a trial. The trial would be based on the performance.
So this one's hard. Now I know you had hard this morning, but this one's very different. So what I'd like to do is we're going to go back over to our stage area. I'm going to give everybody a copy of this, and we're going to read it one at a time. We're going to discuss it, and we'll take this lesson for the first hour as a group.
20 students competing for roles that would give them a new life. And though each wanted very badly to win, to do so, they had to show their ability to help each other, to work as a team.
Come on, people, it's awesome cereal. Nestle Golden Morn, feeling nutritious. Pots open up, pack and go, just like this.
Nestle Golden Morn, delicious and tasty wholesome instant cereal everyone can enjoy any time of the day. Nestle Golden Morn, highly nutritious, simply delicious.
With Maggie Cube, taste is everything. Maggie and me, the secret of goodness.
You have 15 minutes to reconstruct.
Next time on The Academy, the students confront a problem that seems to be insurmountable: themselves. Alan brings a poem written by a foreigner, but on a universal theme. The students are simply asked to reinterpret the poem according to their own reality. But the question seems to become, which reality is their own reality? To perform the task, they must organize a process. They must function as a team. At the end of it all, how will they resolve the problem of the strange poem, but also the problem of solving a common challenge together?
And how this should be brought about.
Find out on the next episode of The Academy. Brought to you by Nescafe.